Welcome to our daily walk here. I don't know if it'll be daily, but I'll try. And it's Out Walking in the Truth These Days, which is a long title, so let me see if I can get on this hill with you. Woo! So we're going to call it Outwitted. And hopefully we're not outwitted by what's going on. So lately I've been talking about the virus seems to be a distraction from the real news. And oh my golly, has Bill Gates been very, very busy boy. Very busy boy. Every news broadcast and media broadcast talks about Bill Gates, Bill Gates, Bill Gates. Every conspiracy theory is about Bill Gates. He is the most famous person I can think of right now. Above anybody else. Bill Gates. And he has doubled from $56 billion income to $112 billion income by giving away his money as if it was charity that actually works in his favor to herd us into getting the world to take his virus protection plan. He jumped from computers to humans. So I looked him up. His real name is William Henry Gates III. He was bullied in school. He hacked computers to get where he is. And I think he has a big chip on his shoulder. I think he felt powerless. And I think that's what he is power hungry. He has a monopoly. He's paying off the World Health Organization. You can see that by the large, humongous donations. He has made extreme donations to Dr. Fauci, or Fassi, whoever that is Trump's got standing up there, one of those monkeys. He's donated to the study of malaria and all kinds of viruses. And he's building vaccination farms. Yeah, how's that for you? Now, it was interesting. We're getting censored as journalists. We're just censored. David Icke was on London Real. After that, David Icke's YouTube and Facebook channels were taken out, deleted. YouTube sent him the message that he violated their procedures, what they've agreed to, their guidelines, their community guidelines. Why are they taking a census now? They're counting us. Now, one of the interesting things was Bill Gates in his early days was the problem solver in computers, and he created something called the pancake counter. Dig into that. He's also known for attending to Harvard for 2 years and then dropping out. And yet he funds Harvard all the time. He funds all kinds of stuff. As I said, the news and media refer to it as tentacles, Bill Gates' tentacles, because he's got multiple arms all over the place, in every direction, in mainstream media, in the health department, you name it, computers, nanobiological technology, the nanotechnology, I should say. He funds it. And Microsoft just released 2020/06/06/06, so it's 2020-666 patent, which is a chip that goes in the skin, in the body, human body, and it measures temperature, moisture, all kinds of things, and it repeats that data back to another computer base, and that computer base knows whether or not those readings match a task that you should be performing. And if it satisfies that, yes, you were doing that task, you will receive a deposit into your crypto bank for that task. Interesting enough, that type of nanotechnology was developed by many of these people, like Charles Leiber, who was just arrested by our Attorney General, works at Harvard, for espionage. But he's not just anybody. He's the one that is making these tracking devices so tiny that they are literally almost as small as an atom. And he's arrested on espionage. And his co-workers, his posse, if you will, 3 of them were arrested, 1 stealing a vial. Oh, yeah. Who funds those departments in Harvard where he works? Bill Gates. And guess why they're charging him? Because Charles Leiber is directly affiliated with Wuhan, China labs at the time of the initial breakout of the virus. Same time the 5G was rolling out in Wuhan. Same time frame as the largest world military games were being held in Wuhan. Good morning. Go out and say hi to people. You know, don't be afraid to live. All right. Let's move on. Why do they want us 5 feet apart? Isn't that strange? 5, 6 feet apart? Well, in the military, they do that for tracking so that they can keep up with their soldiers. That way they can discern, I guess is the best way. They can discern who's who. I was watching one of my kids who has a computer game. He built this little simulated town on his little computer, and he's got all these people running around like mad, but he has a satellite that he's built up in the system. And all he has to do is use his cursor to put a circle around this little ant running around on his little program in his little town, and it pulls up everything at once about that little fake character. And immediately I thought, well, how sci-fi is that? Not at all. That feels like it's real to me. That feels like that's what they do. And is that why they want us so far apart while they're trying to track us and sort out their data because they've rolled out 5G and they need to get all the new data correctly in the system? So they need a head count. So that's why they're doing a census in 2020. How many people live at this address? What are their ages? Yeah. Thank God I haven't received mine because I'm just not getting one. You know what I'm saying? Is the vaccine a Trojan horse to get that RF chip in us? And is that RF chip going to be the same thing as Microsoft 2020-666? I'll tell you right now, nothing's going in my arm or in my hand or anywhere in my body that's named 666. Ain't happening. That was interesting that the whistleblower of the NSA was basically blacklisted on YouTube, Facebook, and all that stuff after his program aired. I'm still trying to get a hold of a copy of that. A friend of mine says that they think they have somebody that actually downloaded it. If they do, I'll share it with you, whatever it is that was banned. Bill Gates totally, from years ago, has been financing the vaccine alliances. I should say foundation. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is funding the vaccine alliances for years. So this whistleblower at the NSA was saying that this is a total population control using the virus as a Trojan horse for economic failure to weed out those unsortlies that they don't want to deal with. That's what his message was. But we have to see if we can get that video and see if that's what it said too. Bill Gates has a monopoly on everything from medical research to vaccines to global health. It's a control factor, you guys. So, I don't know. That's all I got today. I mean, there's 1,000 pieces more to share with you. I don't know if I mentioned the church where you have to give the list. Seriously. It's just all over the place because there's so much data that they're trying to obscure the truth with all these lies. But I can guarantee you, we're being lied to in your mainstream. You're going to have to rely on journalism. And today, you need fresh air. You need to get your shower taken, get your bed made. This is a beautiful day. And nobody can affect your free will unless we allow it. And we're not going to allow it because Source protects us. Whether you believe in God or you believe in a higher creator or a higher power, whatever your belief is, you're covered because Jesus Christ is universal. He'll protect you, and he really will. He'll give you the strength to stand up and gain control. Like I said yesterday, if I'm a bee and I sting someone, I'm going to get swiped away and poof, no big deal. But if there's 1 million bees, that's empowering. And London Real did it. Hit 1 million views after being banned off YouTube. So there you go, YouTube. We're going to start boycotting you soon. Keep it up. Keep doing this where you are restricting our freedom of speech. See what happens. You'll have no one left. We'll all walk away. It's ridiculous. And who's behind all of it? Well, if you listen to the media and you listen to the news, you've got William Henry Gates III with a chip on his shoulder and a score to settle, apparently. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that we're not in danger when we're all sitting at home and our economy is crashing. We've got truck drivers coming online saying they're worried because they're the only thing keeping us alive right now. Unless you have your own farm, you're in trouble. I'm in trouble if we get to shut down a trucker. So you keep buying that stuff that you need to buy. Let the rent go if you have to spend the money on getting food. But you get your bills paid the best you can. Work for your neighbors that are working. Neighbors that have jobs, hire somebody local that doesn't have a job right now to do your yard. Get everybody working. I don't care what we got to do. But you support each other and you be kind and you be loving. And you keep that vibration as high as possible. And fear is just an illusion. The danger is allowing fear to control us. So with that, you guys, be well and much love.